Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by Southeast Termite and Pest Control. These folks take care of my home. Soon they'll be spraying against fall invaders as they do every year. That always works for me. But if you have a bigger problem, rats, squirrels, skunks, raccoons, if you're like Willard and you've got a house full of rats, that's for the old timers out there. Most people don't know that movie. They can handle wildlife trapping and relocating. Southeast Termite and Pest Control, their new wildlife division, give them a call. All right. Just a little fun here before Jeremy Pruitt's career gets underway at Tennessee, official head coaching career. If I told you that you had to bet your house on a number, Chuck, pay attention to that. You had to bet your house. How many wins would you say Jeremy Pruitt will win at Tennessee? Who goes first? How many career wins?
Yeah, everybody jump out there.
Who's going to be the first? How many career wins? Now, Jimmy Hyams did this, I think, in the spring, where he asked media members if he would win more games than Butch Jones. And I think it was kind of split. I was surprised that it was, yeah.
I'll jump out there first. I'll go 45.
45 wins, says Bob Hodge, okay?
That's about the range I was going to go. I'm going to say 55. I think he ends up having obviously a longer tenure than Butch Jones, but eventually, coaching careers don't last as long at schools these days, and something will cause it to end one way or the other.
All right.
The number I had was very close to Bob, and now I'm the most negative person in the group, 42.
42. All right, Josh says 42. How many you got, Mike Strange?
I came up with 53. I don't think he'll be the guy to replace Saban in Alabama. He'll be the guy to replace the guy that replaces Saban. 53.
All right, and let's go over to Chuck Cavaliers, who's standing in front of our big board.
Well, I tell you what, I'm thinking about that beautiful 4-bedroom house I have off Cedar Bluff. I'm going to go 28.
28?
28.
But only in 3 seasons, so Chuck's actually been very positive.
So right now I'm winning.
All right, so let's go to the UT all-time list, all right, in terms of their all-time head coaching wins. There we go. So Chuck doesn't have him in the top 8. Chuck, actually, that would rank him between M.B. Banks, 27, and John Barnhill, 32.
Not pictured Derek Dooley.
Yeah. So Josh and Bob have him between Butch Jones and Doug Dickey. Mike and Ryan have him between Bowden Wyatt and Bill Battle in terms of where you would project it. I thought that would be fun. Apparently it's not. Well, okay. I didn't mean to
Bet
take
your
down
house is never fun, John.
Yeah.
Nobody's actually going to collect, but
Here's the you can.
I got Tommy the Book that's going to come collect the house.
If you think this year is going to be somewhere around 6,
Yes.
and then next year should be somewhere, let's say 8. That's 14 in 2 seasons. But I honestly think that if that is the trajectory, people aren't going to be happy by then.
Well, people aren't happy with you saying 8 is the realistic goal next year.
But I would look at it as improve, and then your 3rd year, I think, is when you're going to find out what kind of coach this guy is. And so let's say he wins 10 games that year. Now all of a sudden you do got to worry about when Nick Saban's retiring because look, he's turned Tennessee around.
Well, no, but if he goes 3 years and wins 5, 7, and 9, it depends on how he wins them. But Butch Jones was not popular after going 5, 7, and 9.
No,
he already
that's my
had
point.
people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So if you win 5 games, 7 games, 9 games, and you arguably around the country say, he's turned it around, fans here would be saying it's taking too long.
Yeah. No, and you go 5, 7, and 9.
Yeah.
And I don't think that gets you the Alabama job in 3 years.
No,
5, 7,
I don't. I think I hate those comments. Because I remember people here freaking out. Buzz Peterson's going to go when Dean Smith, North Carolina's going to go with Buzz Peterson. It's
Before he coached his first game.
And Derek Dooley's going to go down, and no, he would go to Georgia.
He would go to Georgia.
It's just, come on.
That'd
be a great thing if that happened. If he wound up going to Alabama, that means you're in pretty good shape at Tennessee. He's done his job.
And after thinking through my scenario of 3 years, I'm closer to Chuck, I think, than 45.
And that's
when
scary.
I get right down to it.
Okay, Chuck with 28, the low man on the totem pole. He was had him between M.B. Banks and John Barnhill. Nobody had him below Zora Clevenger. But I thought it was also interesting. Only 5 coaches at Tennessee, or only 4 coaches at Tennessee have ever won 50 or more games. That's it. 4.
Yeah.
Dickey didn't win 50. He left. Bowden Wyatt didn't win 50. So interesting. Puts it in perspective. When we come back, West Virginia's having some health problems, and a VFL legend passes away. We'll discuss both of those next. Coming back on the Sports Source.